Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm supposed to do a book review on Asimov's Foundation and Empire, but I give up. I am not able to read this book. So I've had my doubts already with the first one, and I just thought, maybe it'll get better second time around. And I just... I keep falling asleep, honest to God. I'll do 10 pages and I'll be fast asleep. So I tried pretty much every strategy. I told myself, well, you have 2 bachelor degrees, 1 master degree. You have to be able to read a book that you don't like. Who hasn't had to read textbooks in their studies that took forever and were super boring? But this book, no. I'm not going to read this. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I guess he's famous and all, and one should have read his books, but it's just my time's too valuable for me. So I'm going to pass on this one, but I do have, thank God, I do have 2 Philip K. Dick books lined up. The first one is Solar Lottery, that was suggested by one of you guys, and I also have Counterclock World. So I will do Solar Lottery next, and I'm hoping to do this week because, and here's to the second topic of this video, we are going to get our puppy on Saturday. We're actually going to pick him up on Saturday. So all the preparations are done, we got all the baby gates installed, he's got his little box, he actually was at the vet already for the first time, got his first shot, and we are looking forward to picking him up. But I have a lot of respect for this situation. With Linus, my last Airedale Terrier, so he got to be 11 years old only. Unfortunately, he died back in June, and for the last 2 years he was severely disabled. So he had a couple of strokes, he got turned blind, he was limping, he wasn't able to walk properly anymore, so it took a lot of personal care, and we pretty much weren't able to go on regular walks anymore with him. Just short walks in areas where he really knew where he was going. So it'll be quite a change to, a super crazy, upbeat puppy, and I just have a lot of respect for this situation. And frankly, sometimes I ask myself, are you not too old for this? So I guess I'll be lacking a lot of sleep in the beginning because he's not potty trained yet. I'm going to have to potty train him. And I'm also rather committed to actually doing a good job in terms of bringing him up, showing him all the obedience type of stuff. And I also plan on doing some work with him. So speaking of books, and those are all German, they're not going to tell you anything, but that's sort of that's the book I'm reading to do trailing work with him. Then we have the the Bible for IGP stuff, protection work. We then have another Bible for obedience work. So I'm going through all these books right now in parallel to doing my book reviews with you guys. So, and then I have to confess, I became somewhat of a, I don't know why, but history buff. So a friend gifted me this book recently, a week ago. It's a book on history of modern architecture, and I would have never thought I'd read a book like this, but it's got really nice pictures. And the thing is doesn't just talk about history of architecture, but also what it meant at the time in terms of how it connected to the economics at the time, world, the history, just general world history. So it's really interesting, and I'm planning to read it in full. Plus, sorry, I have gotten this book for myself. This is like history on the area where I live currently. And it's from just like the beginnings of whatever, the beginnings of the place until today, pretty much the history of it. So, I have a lot of reading to do, and that's probably part of the reason why I just told myself today, you know what? Beep it. I'm not going to punish myself trying to read Asimov if I really don't like him. Right, so as I said, I'm going to try to do Solar Lottery this week before the puppy comes. Once the puppy's here, I'll have to ask you for a little patience because I have no idea what life's going to be like after his arrival. So I'm going to do my best and keep on doing like probably not one book a week, but maybe one book every 2 weeks. And we'll take it from there. So happy Sunday, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.